Suite des traces de la traîtresse. Alors on était arrivé au niveau du laboratoire de recherche sur les rayons N, on a fait une rencontre et on nous a donné une nouvelle quête, Mathématique Discrètes. L'exemplière Foxworth, la scientifique blessée du laboratoire qu'on a soigné d'ailleurs, a parlé d'un scanner à rayons N capable de détecter les entités invisibles. En trouvant cet appareil, vous pourriez vous déplacer plus facilement dans le laboratoire. Alors...
Can't attack what's not there.
Faut pas aller trop vite, faut pas non plus... Merde. Je pose la question s'il n'y a pas quelque chose par là. On foutu les jetons là.
There's the N-ray device that exemplar Foxworth mentioned.
Alors, scanner à rayon N, vous avez acquis. Utilisez cet appareil pour voir les ennemis, câbles et pièges à travers les murs. Il détecte aussi les menaces invisibles en combat. Il augmente vos chances de coups critiques. Et... une machine. Ah ouais, d'accord. Une étape, localiser Victor.
I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses. You can use it to see the wires connecting this door to the nearest override panel. Try not to electrocute yourself. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
On avait trouvé un truc qui est par là. Avec des interrupteurs. Ça devrait pouvoir nous aider. Notre porte est là. Nice.
you've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Combat probable. Passes are deployed. Free energy. Recharging first. Taking the fight out of them. To the rescue! Right on the scene! And on the way! You leave at once!
C'est un ascenseur. Pareil.
It's a comm device, but I don't recognize the technology. Might be something these cultists use for encryption.
On est debout ici.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
On a tout lu. Alors on a trouvé d'autres messages sur la baie. Encore un secret à découvrir. Au niveau du plan.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
encore fumant.
Hostile ahead. What's the place?
Recharge incomplete. They're benumbed.
Putain, son atout à l'autre, c'est violent, hein. Enfin, faut tirer sur les ennemis quand même, mais...
Complete information yields perfect predictions. If the result of the flip of a coin is known to be heads, would it not be more efficient to simply go forward as if it had been flipped and proceed with whatever action?
Aggressors.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians. I hardly believe my eyes. I didn't think I would be leaving this room with all of my innards within. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, I shouldn't have had to worry. Damn that Victor and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife. That he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, they damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range. Survived is something of an overstatement. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. I would be more sympathetic to their collective plight, had they not promised to insert every item in this room down my throat in reverse alphabetical order. Although it requires further investigation and experimentation, out of phase refers to a shift in the dimensional presence of these cultists. They are physically here, but only partially, hence their unseen state. It's fascinating. But the outstanding fear for my life has made it difficult to think scientifically. Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted. I shall.
J'ai tout fait. Putain, ça me... Et... On vérifie qu'il n'y a pas des mauvaises surprises.
Hello, Commander. Next order.
Happy to help. Discreetly. Out of sight and on the way.
Marginal, Commander.
Ça bouge.
I never wanted this situation to escalate like this.
Victor.
You must understand. But now, all that I wanted is cast to the wind. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die.
Alors, on a toujours le choix.
I was warned that you would attempt
Essayer de résoudre ça pacifiquement.
use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow our efforts to be in vain. If De Vries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the order shall find its way to truth.
Alors, je croyais que vous étiez scientifique. Ne faites rien que vous pourriez regretter. Vous n'auriez pas pu vous tuer avant que je fasse ce chemin jusqu'ici.
Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character.
Alors, vous êtes là pour limiter les dégâts. Attendez un peu, ces De Vries vous a poussé à faire ça. Ça faisait partie des trucs qu'on a vus sur les terminaux.
At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. I am not at liberty to divulge the reasoning behind my actions. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you.
I beg to differ. I'd likely understand any analytical or theoretical justification you claim to have better than you do, scientician.
I heard tell of an Order operative recently being spotted in the field. A legendary figure who'd been absent for years. One who'd be eminently capable of understanding the difficult decisions that must be made for humankind's ascension. That's you, isn't it? The end point?
You are correct, Victor. I am the endpoint, and I am well equipped to understand your reasoning, should it be sound.
Very well, very well. I can spare words with you, explain my perspective. It won't prevent me from doing what I must. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end.
Alors, est-ce que la certitude scientifique aurait pu sauver votre collègue? Grâce à nos infos, même lorsque l'on propose la voie idéale, faisant niveau 5.
If what you say is true, then you have my tentative thanks. However, scientific certainty would absolutely
J'ai fini par mettre le dernier point qui me restait dans le persuaseur.
We would have predicted it. De Vries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be pursued. The one right path for humanity revealed to us. Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray.
Alors, je crois que je commence enfin à comprendre. Que des excuses, vous êtes un meurtrier.
What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to himself?
Alors, un vieux camarade de cellule, ça c'est notre passé qui a peur d'affronter les conséquences de ses actions. La violence n'est pas la réponse.
That's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work on my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees.
Alors, devrait détruit. Ils ont causé la mort. L'homme courageux n'assassine pas des innocents dans l'espoir d'un avenir sans conflit.
I don't want to admit it. As we've spoken, I've fought harder and harder to justify what we're doing. But you're right. I can't fight you any longer. I still believe there are acceptable risks, acceptable losses. But all of this is beyond acceptable. I've been a fool going along with this farce. But it stops now. My relationship with Augustine is at an end. I found a way to, via the use of processed N-rays, send objects out of phase. It was inconsistent, but I was close to isolating the procedure. DeVries needed explosives for her plan. By making them unseen, the explosives could be placed as efficiently as possible. No one would be maimed or injured, just killed. Saying that out loud now, it sounds unreal. But somehow, I convinced myself that leaving no survivors was more humane. It's a shame I can't speak to a vicar. Here, it is the key to my quarters. Take whatever you find. That will ensure that I cannot use any of it to further DeVries' aims, even if I wanted to.
Attaqué, formidable, vous avez retrouvé la raison maintenant, préparez-vous à mourir, non?
I appreciate your consideration. Things could have been very different had your cooler head not prevailed. You certainly convinced me I cannot remain here. May we meet again, when the paths of our lives are at greater apexes.
Bien, mathématiques discrètes, c'est fini. Pas un autre endroit, on peut...
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
The Order didn't foresee this hostile takeover, huh? Suppose we ought to head to the monastery and send this wily idiot packing.
Alors, irradiation. Profondément transformé chaque fois que vous subissez des dégâts, quel qu'en soit le type, vous avez une chance de subir des dégâts de rayons N supplémentaires et devenir automatiquement camouflé. Non. Non, moi je joue pas à ça. Moi. C'est vrai, il faut rester enfoncé jusqu'au bout. Terrible, hein, quand on passe d'un jeu à un autre, les mécanismes. Enquêter au laboratoire de recherche sur les rayons N, c'est fait. Prochaine étape, retournez voir l'abbé et on a toujours cette histoire de secret en suspens.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery and now the lift... Agent! Oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift.
Alors, je ferais mieux de m'en occuper au lieu de perdre mon temps. J'ai un code, j'ai une mauvaise nouvelle pour vous. Les conspirateurs essaient d'enrayer pour parler, savez-vous quelque chose à ce sujet?
Peace talks. Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening.
Alors, aucune importance. Dites-moi ce que vous savez. Votre Oracle a diffusé aux traîtres. Je sais beaucoup de choses sur beaucoup de sujets, y compris comment vous avez torpillé l'avancement. Ça, c'est grâce aux infos qu'on a chopées.
That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing?
Alors, vous semblez très proche. La jalousie est parfois difficile à admettre.
Far from it. I celebrate Wiley's gifts. I recognize he's a far superior scholar than I'll ever be. No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery.
Alors, j'ai vu vos messages adressés à Svoboda et Victor.
The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. No? How grand! Then we are already in alignment. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Découvrir le secret, c'est validé. Bien. Alors, prochaine étape, arrêter l'agente de Devry au monastère d'Alexandra. Alors, pour la suite... Notre code.
Looks like the traders are holed up in the monastery. So much for piety.
Alors... Arrêtez la jante.
Probably. Wait, look! Someone just came up the other lift. It must be unlocked. Watch out for Wiley. He's accounted for everything. He'll know you're coming.
Think when we kick his head in, it'll be simple enough for him to understand?
C'était un sacré massacre ici. Avec des fois que j'oublie mon talent de jeteur aguerri. Plan des lieux, ça.
Scoping out a hostage.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
In progress.
Macrozone.
Healing. All charged up.
Ça arrive.
Weapon ready, Commander.
Stating the threat, taking the fight out of them.
Marisol, putain, la carnaudet. Pas son déplacement rapide. Hein. Marisol qui est en train de le... Il y a du monde à droite.
This looks a lot like those N-ray junction boxes. Still got the scanner on you?
Il est bien public.
Huh? Found another one. Damn it. I knew there'd be a high probability.
On va reculer, il y a du monde. Reculez les enfants. On n'avait pas crevé. On peut faire un effet 300 là dans le couloir. Là, ils font balancer des grenades, c'est con. Non. Note de doléance. Les autres supportent peut-être la pression, mais tu me connais. Calme, paisible, nanana. Je sais que c'était maladroit de ma part, j'aurais dû faire attention, mais j'endurais une litanie. Qu'est-ce qui... Je refuse de supporter plus de réprimandes. Ouais, je pense. Vous avez trouvé un mot indiquant, ok. Piratage. Le disjoncteur a beau être complexe, il ne fait pas le poids face à vos connaissances. Là on avait fait le ménage. Cellule. Oh, dans un amphi.
Scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That is all I am saying. Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined
Je me rappelle des mauvais souvenirs, toutes ces formules.
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
Écoutez.
The anchor hold is proofed against sound to allow us to conduct our work in quietude. Hence the speaker unit you're using now. What happens outside is of no concern to us.
I'll tell you what you can save us from. Rude novices who don't observe proper anchor hold etiquette.
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief.
But what if widespread suffering is already taking place?
Then its causes should be observed, quantified, and a non-violent solution found. You do not extinguish a fire with more flame.
Tell that to the Protectorate.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
I need the book Only Real Numbers.
Les chiffres qui comptent, les victimes de l'apaisement.
Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation
Pour leur
on
course, quoi.
de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium.
Scriptorium.
I also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Nouvelle quête, emprisonnée par les énigmes de la réalité. Donc on a 2 bottins à trouver. Le marchand, est-ce qu'il n'y aurait pas des balles? Comme ça, on manquera pas. Moins un tango. Bordel.
I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice.
Ah non, il est... Ah si. Marrant, il était pas identifié comme...
Picking up another body's dedication of towels. Yeah, as it was an auntie's choice. That don't mean it's good. I just ask you to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
Package a unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Products. You know, market research says that a populace is more likely to tolerate new leadership if given appealing merchandise. Maybe it's working.
Eliminate the target.
Throwing energy your way.
Attends, parce que le... Oui. Il se barrait par là, mais c'est le truc de la minimap en fait qui me perturbe.
Think we found the abbot's quarters? How selfless of him to safeguard this finery for his people's own good.
Ah ouais, il a une sacrée suite. Est-ce que j'aime voir s'afficher l'XP Alors j'ai tout... Ouais. Il faut déjà...
The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
On va essayer de les sauver quand même.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Look, whatever the Seer and DeVries are doing, we'll have time to sort it out later. These folk don't have that kind of time. Good. Then let's get to freeing them.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is then.
Wiley trapped us here. He lets some others go.
Les pauvres.
Give us the chance to surrender. He's lost his wits. What's going on about his... That must be where the key to...
Well, that's one place to put a safe. Reckon it's part of Wiley's puzzle somehow.
Unfriendly nearby. Time to earn my commission. Indicator is charged. Out of sight, no.
Still recharging.
No combatant on my scope. On whom exactly? Would not be.
Ah mais tout est passé à côté.
Ready if you need a house call. Someone call for a minute.
To the right.
It's a pro.
Relevé.
Terminating unproductive activity.
Il est pas casse-pied le mec, hein, franchement. Ouais. Les chiffres qui comptent, les victimes de l'apaisement. Deuxième édition. Donc on a notre premier bottin. Il est là. Et c'est que ça. Ok. Ah.
Way to get the ball rolling.
Rigolo ça. Alors attends, il y a peut-être... On appréciera qu'ils n'ont pas fait, enfin pour l'instant, de choses où c'est timé quoi. C'est-à-dire que si on le fait pas assez rapidement, il faut recommencer. Ça c'est le genre de truc qui est Le temps de comprendre, si c'est pour le faire 15 fois, c'est... Ah. Alors attends, là il y a quelque chose.
Oh, they've just got us running around like a bunch of assholes now.
Alors désactiver la perforatrice, sauver les otages tués. Tadam.
Glad we saved those folk. But now we need to deal with the bastard behind all of this. Let's move.
Nice. Bon, visiblement c'est censé être là. Très mauvaise gestion de ma part du double saut. Ah putain. Alors un coup je vais trop loin, un coup je vais pas assez loin, voilà. Là. Si c'est la bonne. Conflit et théorie de la désescalade. Eh ben le voilà notre petit dernier. Alors attends, parce que là je suis revenu mais je descends. J'ai pas le lieu en tête bien donc. Et bah vas-y.
Have you acquired the scholarship we asked for? Wonderful. Please deposit the titles in that drawer there, and we will review it forthwith. Excellent timing. We're nearly finished reviewing the materials you brought us. Oh, well now this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw I fear my own argument shares. You too, huh? Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative outcomes, including outright annihilation. An annihilated entity cannot advance the plan.
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic feedback loop.
Ce raisonnement circulaire, la noix, vous deux, tout ce que vous cherchez à faire, c'est discutailler sans fin. Alors c'est un peu vrai, hein. Principe de la guerre préventive ou l'escalade de la violence, bon.
A simplistic assessment, but perhaps not incorrect. Further examination of the topic is required, but I'm satisfied with this thesis moving forward.
Given your stance, I expect you'll want armor over a weapon. You can retrieve it from the same drawer where you deposited our research materials.
We appreciate your time. If you have a spare 4 hours, feel free to stay and observe our period of silent, sustained reading. Otherwise, until we next confer.
Et décryptage, robe d'oracle éveillée, repoussante. Eh, niveau 10. Ah putain, j'avais... Tac. Bon, après, faut voir les bonus associés. Hein. Bien, et ben bravo, on a trouvé les bottins. Et là où il y avait la bouboule, putain je suis passé à côté du nord. Ça doit pas être très très loin. Bouboule. Où je monte. Ah, est-ce que c'est de ce côté-là? Oh la merdier, tu vas pouvoir t'y retrouver. Et ah voilà, c'est ici. Dis-moi que je peux ouvrir ici. Oh. Dommage, hein. Bon. Mes otages. La fille, ils sont toujours en vie. Et c'est là où on a chopé le bottin. La suite est par là. Ok, c'est là où on est arrivé au tout début de l'autre côté. Jamais au mieux. Que je trouve ça con qu'elle nous donne pas de la vie comme le robot là où on est. Faudrait que je regarde si je le plante vers le bas, parce que ça se trouve en fait. J'ai jamais fait gaffe, mais je la faisais fonctionner comme le petit robot, mais ça se trouve, si je pointe mes pieds, elle va le mettre. Je teste la prochaine fois. Ouais, elle est tente, hein. Si c'est ça. Non, en train de faire brûler le derrière.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Enfin mort. Alors à quoi ressemble toute cette zone là ? Ah, plus à faire ici. Sniper qui nous tirait dessus là.
Displaying military intimidation.
To the rescue! Sight unseen! Let's get you healed! Charging! Out of sight and on the way. Happy to help, discreetly.
Ok, on a fait le plein.
Fortification in progress. Locking them down.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Tous morts. Bien, alors. Arrêtez l'agent de Devry.
Doesn't appreciate a good orrery. Worthless people, that's who.
Ça pue l'énigme, leur truc. Il y en a combien, non?
I cannot believe Clemens fell for whatever half-baked argument you managed to cobble together. That imbecile. And Svoboda. I thought her more capable. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you.
Il a pas le melon, hein.
You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. That's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. De Vries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
C'est la vieille qui va vous botter le cul.
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The end point. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer.
On sent qu'elle a touché un point sensible.
What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct.
Alors, vos calculs ne tiennent plus debout, rendez-vous, sans quoi... Persuasion plus les infos.
How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What could I have done? Where did I err?
Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse. Though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately.
Leave me be. I have no more predictions to offer. Now or ever.
Alors, les messages.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly. To fail now would mean the end of everything.
Bien. J'ai l'impression qu'on a terminé avec notre mission.
Best get a move on to the peace talks. DeVries won't hesitate, and neither should we.
Podium d'accès. Universel de la baie, c'est ce qu'on lui a chouré. Viens voir papa. Tester ce nouveau joujou. Quoi comme balle lui? Longue. Je vais y en acheter. Bon, on verra ce que ça vaut. Fusil un peu sniper.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Sir Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? What? No, but that can't possibly be true. Landon would never align himself against the Order? Against a friend? You must be mistaken.
Oui, bah bien sûr.
Or maybe his calculations led him astray. Yes, that must be what happened. Indeed, just a small error. Were you able to speak with him? Help him recover his senses? I'm greatly relieved to hear it. Did he mention me at all?
Oh putain.
I'd rather hope that would not come to light. I gather he did not receive the revelation well. I'm sure you also think me to blame for all of this. But you have to understand my position.
Oui, bah bien sûr.
How ill-equipped all in the Order are for this new world. With the schism and now the war, the Order stands alone for the first time in its storied history. We have no experience with governance. Well, myself especially.
Alors apprenez, ouais.
Education takes time, and that is the one thing the Order does not seem to have in abundance these days. Still, I take your meaning. We must do better. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Regrettable as the business was. I had intended to offer you access to one of our experimental weapons, but it seems you already helped yourself to it. You always do seem a step ahead of me. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
Bon, on peut pas se TP à l'extérieur, faut sortir complètement. Bon, on avait déverrouillé un accès, donc ça va être plus rapide. Ça devrait pouvoir être bon une fois qu'on aura pris l'ascenseur. Voilà, on est de retour, là il y a notre petit médecin. On a terminé donc avec les traces, sur les traces de la traîtresse. Prochain objectif, des monstres haut placés. On va suivre De Vries dans la sous-station études supérieures. Pour ça, il va falloir retourner à notre vaisseau. Et ben, ce sera le prochain épisode.